think you can't really skip learning vocab, but there are ways to make it more easier and more fun. I will show you now how. So first, you can try to visualize it. Actually, I really love visualizing. So for example, you have the word comer in Spanish, so that means eating. And then when you're seeing the word, and then you're just like visualizing you eating and being like comer, comer. Like trying that with a lot of words, just to visualize them. It's actually really helpful because we humans are very visual. So just visualize it. So when you have the situation or anything, you already have this picture in your mind. It's really good. So what I really like is then when I'm visualizing myself eating, comer, then I'm also like, okay, I am eating would be yo como. Just like yo como, and then I visualize myself eating yo como and saying yo como. Yo como, comer, yo como. The second is association, so building associations. So if you still struggle with words, to remember the words, that sometimes happens. Oh, not sometimes, often it happens. So you just try to associate it with. So if you comer, I also see the word come in there. So I would visualize myself sitting there eating and be like, I'm very hungry, and then be like, come, food. I'm hungry. I'm very hungry. Come, food. Yo como. And yeah, that makes it easier for me, and it's also a really funny picture in my head. Some people think that's maybe a little bit crazy or think that's weird, but actually we humans are very visual, and believe me, if you do it like this, you will easily remember words that were very hard for you before that. Because it's just funny, and the brain loves remembering funny things. The third thing that I really enjoy when it comes to learning vocab is to learn words in context. So for example, what I mean in that is, for example, when I'm writing down the vocab, I'm using Anki for that, and then I'm writing the word, and then also like the translation, the word, and then also I write about like sample sentence, so I already can see how it is used in context. And also that I'm already learning a new sentence, what is pretty good. And the fourth tip is reading. Yeah, really, it's reading. And I think, like, what, reading? Why reading? What does it have to do with like learning, like remembering vocab? Actually reading could be very good for remembering vocab, also getting to know new vocab, getting a better understanding. But be careful, don't do this mistake like I have done in the beginning. Really try to find graded readers, so reading material that is your level, so you really get the best outcome of it. So it's like the grammar rules that you know, and also vocabs in your, for example, B1 level. So actually the good point is when you read, books have a certain amount of words, and when you read, you often will stumble over the same words over and over again, and it's just like kind of repetition, but it's not like a boring repetition of flashcards. It's more fun because you're reading maybe a really nice story, and you're just like repeating again and again, comer. It's like all the time coming this word. And yeah, it's refreshing because then you see the word maybe 10 times in this book, and then you will easier remember this word than before. And tip number 5 is repetition. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's repetition. I don't really think that you can overjump this point. I'm sorry, but if you really want to learn new vocab, you need to repeat that, because even if you learn a vocab in a really creative way, over time maybe you forget it because you never repeated it. So you can't really jump this. But you can use the steps that I already mentioned to make it more easier, more fun for you, but you still need to remember vocabs and go through them and learn them. I'm sorry. So therefore I'm using Anki. It is a free app. I heard for Apple you need to pay, I'm sorry, but you bought it by Apple, it's your fault. It's not my problem. Like what I really enjoy on Anki is that Anki automatically calculates when you need to repeat a word again. So often that happens like a word that already knew very well, and then they show you maybe 1 or 3 months later, and then oh, maybe I already almost was forgetting it, but then okay, then I remembered it again. Yeah, and I really enjoy this. So it really helps you to remember words in the long term, to have spaced repetition, what I really enjoy. But also you can use other applications like Quizlet, like whatever you enjoy. But what I really like on Anki is that I also can like tip on the vocab on my laptop, and then I also can update it on my phone. So when I'm out or somewhere, I just can see the vocab. What is really convenient. I love it. So what I really like on Anki also is that regarding the tips that I already mentioned is that you can write down the word and then the translation, and then you also can write down an example sentence, you can add it there, or some people also like adding pictures. I don't really like that, or audio, it's not that my thing, I'm too lazy for that. Sorry. Yeah, but you can do however you want to do it. And also for words that I'm struggling in, I then just try to visualize them. Sometimes I also actually always then try to also write it down on paper, because sometimes I need this with like words that are very, very hard for me to remember. Yeah, but I think everyone is different. And of course, reading also counts as a form of repetition, so that's amazing. So let's grab a book now and let's start reading something and repeat words and get active. But before you now grab a random book, check out this video to get the best outcome of your reading and to choose the best reading materials for your level. Don't forget that. So peace out now, people.